Hello and welcome to Dark Abyss Miniatures. I'm Simon and today I'm going to be talking about this. Infinity Essential Start here. Essentially a starter box to get you into the game Infinity. This was less than £34. I got free delivery because I ordered it with a few other things that went over the delivery threshold for free delivery. But basically this box costs less than what Lionel Johnson does from Games Workshop. Now, yeah, you can get him on discount, but even then, the prices are similar, and you get a whole lot more in this box, which I'll show you right now. So, this is not going to be too long of a video. I'm just trying to do something while I'm not able to paint at the moment, but that's another story. Loads going on with things at the moment, but I need to start putting more effort into this channel again. For the 75 subscribers I have, and also to have a different take on things. I am really fed up of Warhammer 40,000. I have been since 9th edition. I've been out of the loop with playing any games since like 9th edition. I played one game of the last version of Kill Team. I haven't played the new version of Kill Team yet. I do want to, but I wanted to look at other manufacturers and specifically small skirmish games, because I love bolt action, but I haven't played that for a couple of years and I don't have an army anymore. And I don't want to go and get another sci-fi army or another fantasy army or whatever. Like, I love the Warhammer aesthetic, but I just do not like Warhammer 40k where it's at the moment. So, but enough of me slating that. I'm going to show you what you get for £34. Well, less than 34. It was about 33.29, something like that. I'm going to show you exactly what I got for that. So basically, this is like an intro into Infinity. The box set that they released with, I think it's 4th edition, this is now, N4, N5, whatever they call it. I don't even know. It's a little over £100. It's still less than a Games Workshop set. You get about, I don't know, 18, 20 models in it. And you get a big rule book, and you get a bit of terrain and a battlefield, I think, and you get dice and things. So, but this is basically a much smaller version of this. This reminds me of the Kill Team starter set. Now, for comparison, the Kill Team starter set comes with, I don't know, 15 miniatures. Usually you get like 5 Marines and then 10 dudes on the other side, for instance, yeah? Or for the current Kill Team starter set's like 7 Death Guards, 7 Marines or something like that. So you get 14 miniatures. This, you get 6, and that's £65, right? £56 thereabouts if you find it from an online retailer for a discount. This, you get 6 miniatures. You get some terrain pieces right there. You get a battlefield. You get the cards, and you get 2 sets of dice and a little ruler. So it's all well and good showing you on the box. I'm going to open the box quickly, and I'm going to show you what you get properly, just for some context here. Now this, even though I know the price and everything, it still blows my mind when I open this box and look. I've opened it this will be the second time I've opened it. So you get it presented in a nice little box like this, which is cool. These same sort of boxes I get my paintbrushes arriving from Rosemary & Co. Quick start rules. So it's not the full rules, I guess, but it gets you going. I mean, look at some of the artwork here. It's quite anime style, but I like it. Yeah, it's so different from Warhammer. It's not trying to be like Warhammer. Line of fire, I guess that's like line of sight. Quick start rules, objective and game summary. Types of role and success value. I mean, they put their email address right in the middle of the leaflet saying to contact them in the community and whatever. And with the community tab. Games Workshop don't do that. They're only interested in putting their email at the front of their White Dwarf magazine to try and get people to send them pictures. Anyway. Looks like stuff about the weapons, the guns, ballistics, attacks, moves, etc. Initiative and deployment role. So that, yeah, so I haven't read this properly enough to see how easy it is to pick up the game from here, but on the back you've got a quick diagram of that. So yeah, more diagrams as well. No, that's cool. All right, you got your dice. These are nice dice. They're not the squared off shit that Games Workshop try and flog you for like £18 with really bad diagrams on the 1 and the 6 just to deliberately confuse your opponent when you're playing one of their win at all cost tournaments that 10th edition has been completely based on. And they don't even roll nicely. These, nice rounded edges. They look cool. They're tidy. They're clean. You can read the numbers on them really easily. They got symbols on them. That's the Pan-Oceania symbol. There's the JSA symbol, which I can zoom in on. And I'll just get this in focus for a moment. There we go. How cool is that? You've got your bases. I don't know if they still have it, but the bases used to have like little things on the sides of them to show the direction the model's facing. Doesn't look like they have them. Oh no, they do. They got little ridges on them so you can work out your arc of fire. Now onto the cool bit. Well, one of the cool bits, because there's actually another cool bit hidden underneath this. So I'll zoom out a little bit. Sorry, that was in. I'll zoom out a lot. Here are the miniatures. So we've got 6 metal miniatures. Not plastic, metal. So they have provided 6 metal miniatures, a quick start guide, some dice, and some really cool stuff that I'll show you that's hidden under here in a moment, which I've already alluded to, for £34. For £65 or £56 if you can get it on discount, you'll get 10 to 15 plastic miniatures that don't have no posing capabilities because of the modern plastic injection moulding that Games Workshop are going down the road of to stop people from customising their models. Although I don't think that's deliberate, I just think it's cost saving. You get some crappy paper fold out. You only get the card ones in the like 100 odd quid sets. And I don't know if you get dice, but if you do, they're okay, but they're so basic, it's unreal. Like, they're nice and clean. So, you've got a fold-out battlefield. Okay, it's paper, that's cool. But look at this. I thought that terrain would be card, right? It's MDF. It's MDF. And then their tokens. Look at this. Their tokens are like an MDF. They're not thick card that wilts or discolours or peels off its backing. Although I don't know that yet with these because I haven't used them long enough. I haven't used them at all, clearly. But that's what you get for less than £34. Now, even if you don't get discount used to buy this directly from Corvus Belli, you'd be looking at about £40 UK. That's ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous, in a good way. The price difference is insane. And then you get all their cards as well. Now, how cool are these cards? Look at the colours on them, and there's some really cool graphics on these. Let me zoom in again on this really cool thing. So I'll just get this in focus so you can actually see it better. Look how cool that is. In a nice little plastic wallet, okay? I'm not going to give them extra brownie points for that. But look how nice these cards are. They're really nice. Like, I'm going to have to get some sleeves for these because they're so nice. They're so nice. I cannot believe that I got all of that for £34. Like, I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting the miniatures, the dice, and some crappy card tokens and buildings that didn't stay together very well. You needed a glue stick to stick together, or else it falls apart every 5 seconds, and so on and so forth. So, to get all of that is absolutely insane. Now, Corvus Belli pushed this game really hard, like, I guess it must have been about a year ago now. But that was all done via YouTube, via painters like Ninjon and Jose Da Vinci. Didn't really see anything of it since then. You see them appear every now and again on that channel called On Tabletop, which used to be called Beasts of War. But it's hard to really know about the game. I'm not going to be all anti-GW here. I'm going to be fair. It is hard to know what you need to get into Infinity. There is so many different like war bands or posses or clans or whatever you want to call them. In fact, I don't even know what they refer to them as. I know roughly that there's like 8 or 10 different factions, but within them factions, you've then got all these sub-factions, and it gets incredibly, incredibly confusing. Then on top of that, the rules seem really, really complicated. So maybe that's coming from someone who's only ever played Warhammer, so the mechanics are so different that maybe it just throws me off. I thought Malifaux was really difficult to learn as well when I first played that, but I enjoyed it, and I figured that over time I would be able to get better at the game. Similar thing with this, I'm hoping that I do get better with it. But getting into this isn't as easy, I don't think, as just buying one of these and then learning to play and then off your trot. There's still a lot more mechanics than what's in that little leaflet. You can't just take your free Pan-Oceania models and go and play against someone. You're going to need to get more to either complement these. I don't even know if you can get models to complement these. These might just be their own thing. These are all things I need to go and find out. Yeah. So, and like, can you grab 2 sub-factions from the same faction? Can you get 2 Pan-Oceania box sets and take a model out of one box set and replace it for one out of the other box set and then play that as your force? Like, I understand that maybe there might not be synergy as such, but can you do that? These are things that I don't know, and asking on the Infinity like Facebook groups, sometimes you'll get lucky and get like loads of people reaching out giving you really good answers. Other times you kind of get vague answers like, oh, just play the models you like and shit like that. So I don't know how this is going to pan out, but I do know that other people at my local shop that I've only ever ventured into once, they got a Discord and they got a little Infinity section, and there are people there that do play Infinity, and there are also others that want to learn how to play it, and there's a couple of people that have this box as far as I know. So I will be able to get games in, which is a big thing, because playing certain other games, even games made by Games Workshop, are not impossible to find anyone for, like Warcry for instance. So I am excited to give this game a go. I love the fact that they've got this anime artwork on the front and then this like proper box art on the back, but like, yeah, I prefer this over the whole Warhammer thing of, although the box sets are different, but you know what I'm saying, the standard boxes and models, they just have the models on the front and then the models on the back. This is cool. So, like I said, you get 6 miniatures. You get this dude in the... You get this dude with the bowl on his head. JSA. Get this lady, she's JSA, and this dude here, he's JSA. And then the other faction in this box, Panoceania. I actually said it right then. You get this lady here with slightly out of proportion hips and legs, but people don't seem to be able to do females properly when it comes to sculpting miniatures. I don't really ever see many well sculpted females, so I'm not going to knock them too much. Get this thing that looks like a robot, but I'm guessing it's just a person in a suit. And then you get this dude here, and I know that he's called a Fusilia because I actually own this model that I bought secondhand off eBay a long time ago in my attempt to find out if I liked painting Infinity or not, which I did. So, and then you got Discover How to Play, which is this QR code. I'll be interested to see what happens when I scan that. It even tells you how long this will take. 60 to 90 minutes per session. Now, is that for this game or is that for a full-on game? Because I like 60 to 90 minutes games. That sounds about right for me. If a full-on game is going to be 3 hours or it's 90 minutes just for these, that's a different story. So these are things I need to find out. They're things that I'll get back to you all with. I'm going to try and get a painting video out soon, but I can't make promises on how often I'm going to be posting at the moment because I've got so many things going on. Prepping for Golden Demon, carpal tunnel in both wrists, cubital tunnel in my left elbow, things happening not directly to me, but happening with other people that I need to be around for and part of. So I can't promise to be regular with my schedule at the moment, but I am going to try, and that's what this is about. So I had some time on this Saturday afternoon to actually get this out of the box and have a proper look at it. So I thought, why not have a chat, upload, and just give you my thoughts on it. So yeah, let me know what you think. If you play Infinity, tell me what you like about it. Tell me what you don't like about it. Like, it'd be cool to have a heads up. I like to be objective. I'm not all doom and gloom, but I'm also not a simp. I do like to know the truth when it comes to what's good and bad about games. And hopefully this will reignite my love of wargaming, because I absolutely hate 40k at the moment, as I may have already mentioned once or twice. And I don't know anyone who really plays Age of Sigmar, although there's nothing stopping me from finding people. I do need to do that, but I've got a ton of Age of Sigmar models I need to paint. I just want to sort of look at other games and see if there's things that I enjoy more, because 40k killed my passion for the hobby so bad that it actually made me want to just quit. The only thing that carried me on through painting was the fact that I had commissions going, and then you get bored of painting commissions, so then you end up painting one of your own models like halfway through a job just to take the edge off it, and then you kind of start falling in love with it again because you're like, oh my god, I really enjoy painting this model, etc, etc, etc. But anyway, that's enough yappering on for me. I will hopefully see you soon, and thanks again for watching.